Welcome to the very first edition of Extreme Talk Wrestling. I am your host, James McCain, live and uncensored. And I'm here today to talk about, on our first episode here of Extreme Talk Wrestling, about TNA tonight. TNA. Let's talk about the first part of TNA, okay? You have the naming of TNA Wrestler of the Year, Jeff Hardy. Do I agree with that? No, not really. Not to take away from Hardy, great wrestler, been a long time. Great, love the guy. But in my opinion, the guy that held the title the longest, which was Robbie Roode, should have won. It just makes sense. But since when has wrestling made sense? Okay, now they build this whole thing up where they got a three-way dance at Genesis between Roode, Aries, and Hardy. My personal opinion, does it matter or not? Doesn't really, who cares? Whatever. But the fact is, I think Roode will win. They should build this guy up more. He's the longest reigning champion. The guy's been with the company for a very long time. Give the guy the damn title. Okay. I love Hardy, but he's been around the business for a while too. He's a bigger name. Let's try to build up some of these younger guys. My personal opinion. Okay. Next topic. Let's talk about Joseph Parks, aka Abyss. All right, here's a guy. They're doing this whole angle. He's going. He's getting trained. Um, they're trying to make him something. I guess they're trying to reinvent his career, Abyss's career, so to speak. I kind of like where they're going with this. So we'll wait to see in the upcoming weeks what happens. Don't have really a whole lot to say about it right now, but we'll wait and see. All right, next topic. Let's talk about Bully Ray, Hulk Hogan, and Brooke. How they're going with that whole angle. Okay, as of tonight, Bully Ray is now suspended for making out with Hulk Hogan's daughter. Wow, really, Hulk? But no, needless to say, I love what they're doing with this whole angle. It's one of the better storylines I've seen in a while. Um, you got to think about which way they're going to go with this. Are they going to go with Brooke turning on her father because he, suspended her man, or is she going to turn on Bully Ray? Or are they going to break up? Is Bully Ray going to turn his back on Hogan? Or is he going to do something to prove to Hogan that he can really trust him and he's a good guy for his dog? Can't wait to see where they're going with that. Love that storyline. Next, real quick, let's talk about another big part that wasn't a part of tonight's show, RVD. Now, if I was a promoter of TNA, one of my bigger stars, first show of the year, I would put him in a match to try to help my ratings. Put RVD against somebody. I mean, like maybe put him in a match with Cowboy James Storm, something like that. Okay, it would have been a good match. But needless to say, he wasn't part of the show. Kind of disappointed about that. RVD, one of my favorite wrestlers. All right. Next, let's talk about the knockouts. They had a pretty decent match tonight. Uh, Mickie James and Miss Tessmacher taking on Gail Kim and Tara. Pretty decent match. Okay. Love to see knockouts like all you guys do, of course. But you know, I, I think that they're kind of going with this whole thing. I think that Mickie James is going to become the next TNA Knockouts champion. She hadn't held it in a while. I think she's due, so we'll have to wait and see with that. All right. Next, I want to talk about Sting's return. Do I feel like it was built up enough? No, I do not. I think they should have built it up to him coming back at a pay-per-view, and I think it would have helped their whole buy right pay-per-view thing. That would have been a lot better than doing it on Impact tonight. They could have kept building it up and building it up. Was and his pop wasn't that big as it normally is. You know, he made his return coming down the aisle. I felt like with the big cage opening, they were going to do a thing where he comes down from the rafters. That didn't happen, and it just wasn't as big as pop as I expected. Even though TNA doesn't have as big as crowds as at the Impact Zone as they do if they went somewhere else, like a stadium or coliseum, whatever it may be. Besides the point, wasn't a big pop. I didn't really like the whole, him coming down the aisle. I felt like coming down from the rafters would have been so much better. And doing it at a pay-per-view for that matter. Building it up more. And, big surprise. Former WWE wrestler Mike Knox revealed as one of the Aces and Eights members. A mid-card guy. Not a big woo. But needless to say, it's about time they unveiled a number member. It's been a while since we've seen one, and it's about damn time they get every freaking member unmasked. Something I want to talk about too. Me and a friend of mine were at his house. He was showing me a new exotic pet that he had, a chinchilla. And I went and I seen an old WCW poster. It had Bill Goldberg, Diamond Dallas Page, and I think it was Sting and Hogan on it. Well, I noticed on DDP's arm was a tattoo, and I told him, I said, dude, tapped him on his shoulder. I said, what in the hell does that say? He said, dude, no way. Yes. Diamond Dallas Page on his arm, I believe it's his right arm, has a tattoo that says Aces and Eights. Wouldn't it be a son of a bitch if he was the leader? Would that not be crazy? That would be freaking insane. Crazy. Of course, who knows? With wrestling, you can never tell. Hell, we could reveal that freaking, I don't know, Eric Bischoff is the leader of Aces and Eights. There's several ways they could go with this. I honestly think Jeff Jarrett has something to do with this. I think that's going to be the main leader of the group. But then again, it'd be cool as hell if DDP was revealed as the leader. Well, that's all I got time for right now. First edition of Extreme Talk Wrestling. I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of time. We'll get more extreme later. Until next time, stay